Criaturas Nocturnas. Seguimos aquí en el Horror Art Expo. Estamos con José. José, how's it going?
How's it going?
José es fan de películas de terror. Obviamente está aquí. Se dan cuenta que trae la camiseta de Scream. José, did you get to meet Roger L. Jackson?
I did.
Yeah.
He was awesome. And I heard about him being here in La Jolla, and I just had to come and meet him. I had learned about it was art horror expo, but what interested me was primarily him because I'm a big fan of horror movies and Scream movies, and of course the voice. You know,
that iconic voice.
The iconic voice, and he's a huge inspiration of mine because I'm a voice actor myself.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you've got a very particular voice, that deep grunty voice. Right?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean you could be a horror character in some movie.
Yeah,
I'll vouch for you.
It's true. If I get hired, I totally would.
If anyone's hiring and seeing this video, he's available.
Definitely, yeah.
All right. So overall, the expo, besides obviously meeting Roger L. Jackson, what did you think?
Overall, pretty great. I also met Bob Bergen.
Oh yes,
who does the voice for Porky
No Face
Pig
from Spirit.
A lot of other characters,
Looney Tunes,
of course.
Star Wars.
Yeah. And so, but I know more about Roger, even though he does voices for I think Mojo Jojo, if I'm not mistaken.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Butch also.
Yeah, and so I know that he's involved in that, of course. But overall, everything was pretty great and great art. I love the. I'm less about fantasy, more about the horror. So I like that more so than anything else.
Awesome. And then you said you're a voice actor. How did you get into voice acting? Like someone said, oh, you know what, you have voice for like radio, TV, or maybe voiceover work.
You know, that's actually it goes way back because I was about 15 years old, and then I was told several times by different people's. Kind of a long story short, I was at a friend's house. And her parents had not seen me, and then they were in the other room, and I was just talking to my friend Margie, and they said, "Hey, Jose, that's your name, right?" I said, "Yeah," and they said, "Have you ever thought about working for radio, like being an announcer, a jockey?" I said, "No, that's not my thing. And then I was told again and again and again. I never really thought of it until, I mean, I like voice, you know, I like voices like Huckleberry Hound and the Flintstones and the cartoons that I grew up with.
Right.
But I never really thought I could go into that until I really thought about it. I said, you know what? I would do a whole lot more advertising voiceovers. I mean, like commercials for food and narrations and that sort of thing, and less about cartoons. So that's what I do now, actually. So,
sweet.
So I do. I don't do any characters at all. But I do narrations and I do stuff for medical videos and a lot of advertising as well. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're already famous. We just don't know it yet.
That's a stretch. Nobody would ever recognize me anywhere. But once I get into that mode, it's cool.
He's available if you're hiring.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. It really is.
All right. So I know you're obviously wearing a Scream t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because you're a fan, but if you could give us another horror movie that you would ultimately recommend, it doesn't just have to be around Halloween, but at any point in time of the year, what would that movie be?
Good question. You know, I keep horror and Halloween throughout the entire year.
Right.
I think about it often in regards to the mood that it puts you in. I would say The Conjuring. Oh, the original Conjuring. Oh man, I'm blanking out here, but I love Creepshow number 2.
Okay.
And that doesn't really center around Halloween. It's just a horror movie. Right. Kind of funny, but there's some real gore in there.
Okay.
The stories are pretty kind of interesting and funny, but horrific at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah, those two. I mean, maybe that's not the greatest answer because we're not really diving too deep into the horror genre, but those are the ones that I love and that I watch often, typically throughout the year, but also to get into the mood around September, October.
Perfect. Yeah, lining up just for Halloween, right around Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jose, thank you so much for your time. We're glad you had fun. We're glad you got to meet Roger L. Jackson.
Yeah,
that's got to be
real treat.
Like a memorable moment throughout your life, right? And hopefully we see you again next year. maybe
Never know.
different talent, and maybe you'll have some surprising news for us about you participating in some horror
Possibly.
projects.
Yeah, I really hope so. I mean,
Awesome.
yeah, I would love to.
Perfect. Well, appreciate your time, and thank you for
Thank you.
coming. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.